From this day on, Charlotte is very close to Haruto and will often come to his room to play with him. She discovers the monitoring barrier in Haruto's room, and Haruto falsely claims that it is ancient magic that he has recently been researching. Hearing that Haruto is interested in ancient magic, Charlotte tells him there are many books about ancient magic in the castle's library. Led by Charlotte, Haruto reads many books on ancient magic and feels very excited. According to the books, ancient magic is a kind of attributeless magic which is very similar to the barrier magic he masters, and magicians can turn it into modern magic by attaching attributes to it. Ancient magic can also create passages between different worlds. This reminds Haruto of his previous life where he saw a similar plot in an anime. Charlotte curiously asks Haruto what anime is, and Haruto can only tell Charlotte the principles of animation. He thinks Charlotte isn't interested in esoteric knowledge, but Charlotte excitedly says that she also wants to watch anime. In order to fulfill Charlotte's request, Haruto, with the knowledge of the books on ancient magic, successfully uses barrier magic to connect to the Japanese anime channel in 2 weeks. Charlotte is immediately shocked when she sees the anime, but soon there is another problem. The anime characters speak Japanese and Charlotte can't understand it. To help her understand it, Haruto starts to teach her Japanese. He thinks it would take her a long time to learn this, but it only takes her 2 weeks to master this language. Only then does Haruto realize Charlotte is a girl with great talent. From this day on, Charlotte comes to Haruto every day to watch the anime. In order to prevent Charlotte from becoming addicted to it, Haruto stipulates that Charlotte can only watch anime for 3 hours a day, much to Charlotte's disappointment. Soon after, Charlotte's father Gold hears that there have been many robbers in the neighborhood recently and leads his subordinates to fight these enemies. Charlotte worries that her father will be in danger. Thinking that Haruto is a companion in justice who saved her and her mother, she asks Haruto to help her father, just like the Kamen Rider she saw recently. In order to fulfill his sister's request, plus Haruto also worries Gold's safety, he, at Charlotte's request, uses the barrier magic to put on a set of black armor and becomes a handsome black knight. At first, Charlotte also wants to help Gold but is rejected by Haruto. Seeing Charlotte a bit unhappy, Haruto can only take out a screen through which Charlotte can see Haruto's next moves. Later, with the monitoring magic nearby, Haruto finds the bandits who have been causing chaos recently, and he easily takes them all down. Just then, Gold happens to arrive. In order to conceal his identity, Haruto has to lie that everything he did is for justice and he is the executive who guards justice. Gold thinks that the man in front of him may be the one who saved his wife and daughter not long ago, but before he can express his gratitude, Haruto runs away after saying these shameful words. What devastates Haruto even more is that since Charlotte saw him fight handsomely, she has always wanted him to continue helping the innocent residents. In order not to disappoint his sister, Haruto has to take action frequently. After countless battles, Haruto has a title, the Black Knight, and he also becomes a hero in Charlotte's heart. But fighting every day makes Haruto very tired. So he creates a doppelganger for himself with the knowledge in the books on ancient magic, and this doppelganger can help him deal with more things. After he finally arranges everything, one day 2 distinguished guests come to Gold's house, and they are the daughter and the son of the king. If Haruto were not abandoned by the king, these 2 people would have been his brother and his sister. The prince is very arrogant. When he hears Haruto can only reach level 2, he intends to humiliate him, offering a duel with him. Haruto checks the prince's level and finds he is now at level 9 and can reach level 40, which is thought to be excellent but is still a bit far away from the legendary hero. Unsurprisingly, Haruto easily defeats the prince. Unconvinced, the prince fires a fireball at Haruto, which is easily blocked by him. After that, Haruto casts attributeless magic to replicate fire magic that is 100 times more powerful than the prince's. This makes the prince, who has always been arrogant, completely convinced, and he kneels down and admits defeat. Everyone present is shocked by Haruto's performance. The princess apologizes for the prince's impolite behavior, and she can tell that Haruto is not as simple as it seems. The prince and princess temporarily settle in Gold's castle. Haruto resumes his routine after receiving the 2, and at Charlotte's request, he will often turn into the Black Knight to help the nearby residents. Besides, Flay also joins the righteous at Charlotte's request. She disguises herself with a sexy black leather jacket. Due to her hot temper, she will cast terrifying fire magic every time. In order not to let things get out of hand, Haruto has to bring the situation under control with barrier magic. At night, Haruto hears that the prince invites Charlotte to visit a nearby farm tomorrow, which should be a social etiquette of the royal family. For Charlotte's safety, Haruto takes a look at the route Charlotte will take tomorrow and really finds a strange place, where a group of men in black are performing strange rituals. After Haruto arrives, the men in black appear to be very alarmed and attack him. They summon many skeleton knights through magic arrays and even summon powerful stone giants. However, for the powerful Haruto, these just cost him a little more time. Haruto grabs the leader of the men in black and forces him to reveal what they are doing here. Seeing that the leader does not intend to say, Haruto digs a pit directly intending to bury the leader's subordinates alive. This ruthless act frightens the leader, who hastens to confess that they are here to ambush Charlotte, who is traveling tomorrow, and that all this is actually ordered by the king's wife. She is actually Haruto's birth mother in this world. Thinking that she not only abandoned him but also tries to hurt his family, Haruto is furious. He asks the leader why the king's wife wants to do this. The leader tells Haruto that it is because Charlotte has great talent. This world is dominated by the strong, and the king's wife is afraid Charlotte will surpass her when she grows up, at which point the genius Charlotte together with her court father is likely to threaten the royal power. That's why the king's wife wants to kill Charlotte when she is a child. Haruto immediately thinks that the soldiers who assassinated Charlotte and her mother must have been ordered by the king's wife. He vows never to let anyone hurt his family, even his birth mother. Later, he deals with these men in black. The next day, Haruto follows Charlotte to the farm. He then privately approaches Gold and asks him a question. If the king's wife wants to hurt Charlotte, what will you do? To Haruto's surprise, Gold is also aware of the king's wife's hostility toward Charlotte. He tells Haruto about the past. At that time, due to the king's weak abilities, the royal family's prestige began to decline. Until one day a talented female knight appeared, and this female knight led the army to win in many battles that they were originally impossible to win. Later, the king married the female knight and the royal family's prestige was restored to its peak again. This female knight is the current king's wife, and now she is becoming more and more ambitious even than the king. Gold does not dare to resist easily because it will not only divide the country but also put his family in danger. Haruto tells Gold that this will not have happened if Gold is the king. Gold knows he has no political talent, but he believes in Haruto, whose growth has been in his eyes. Haruto, though not against Gold's words, thinks to himself that what he is going to do is not to be the king, but to protect Charlotte until she becomes a good queen. He looks at the lovely Charlotte not far away, and he makes a decision that he is going to see the vicious mother personally. This must be the most tragic male protagonist I have ever seen. When he was reborn in a new world, he was abandoned by his parents. Now he finally lives in a warm family, but his mother, who abandoned him, frequently sends killers to destroy his family. Luckily, Haruto has strong power. And that's the end of the video. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe to my channel. I will bring more excitement anime in the future. Thanks for watching, bye.